Hello, I'm the artist Michael Zotos, and what I want to talk about today is May 3rd, 2023, is publicity. And in my instance, it's in the form of newspaper articles, coverage. And I've gotten quite a bit of that, and there's certain methods that I've used. I'm going to talk rather quickly because I have a lot of things to cover, and I don't really like to create long videos. Okay, the first thing you need to do, from my experience, is to create artwork that is relevant in some way, shape, or form, and get it out there where people can see it, so they're talking about it. Each newspaper covers an area. Okay, in my instance, I put my artwork on Eastern Long Island, outdoors, and if I put it on the South Fork, the Southampton Press will cover it, the East Hampton Press will cover it. They're like sister papers. If one has it, they both have it. They don't necessarily both have to cover it, but they usually will. The North Fork is covered more by the Suffolk Times and the Riverhead Times Review. Okay, and both forks are covered by the East End Beacon. So if you have your work in both forks and you get the information to the East End Beacon, you may have something. Now, here's the thing. You have to make a press release. And first time out, that's a little intimidating. You don't know what to do. You're a little scared. Just take a piece of paper and write press release on there. Your name and address and phone number and who you want to talk to. You want a name of the reporter or the publisher of the newspaper, and you send it to them, okay? And you say, press release, I'm so-and-so, here's what I do, here's what I did, and here's what you can see. And include pictures, okay? Actually a few pictures, so that if all they ever use, they may just use your photographs and put those in the newspaper. In today's modern technology, they can do that, okay? So that works well. Now, if they do call you for an interview, they may want to come to your house, and you know, if you're not comfortable with that, you can say, well, why don't I meet you somewhere? That's fine. If you are comfortable with that, that's good also, okay? Now, I've had interviews over the phone. I've had interviews at Starbucks. I've had them at my house, okay? And that's basically how it goes. Now, it's very important, at least in my instance, I found, to give the reporter an exclusive on something. You say, you know, I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told other people at this point, and I'll give it to you exclusive for this season, and I won't disclose it other than let you do so. And in my case, my first time of that was where I first discovered for myself the feeling that a lot of the features and eyes and mouths and all on some of my art pieces are in my subconscious from when I was a child playing in the pond in my front yard with my friend Kathy, and that it comes out in the work. And they put it right in the newspaper. And that worked out well. And it's very gratifying to do that, okay? Now, one time when I did the Port Jefferson Village display in their village center, I took pictures of the work, the nice display, really good, right up to the newspaper down the street, because somebody told me, you know, there's a newspaper down the street. So I took it there, and you know, it was COVID issue. It was a problem. You couldn't get in the place. Not because it was crowded, but because the door was locked. Well, anyway, a lady comes to the door, talking through the screen and all of this, and well, they don't have reporters, this and that. So I said, oh, okay. I gave her pictures. She says, all right, we'll consider it. And then I went back. I sat out in the van, and I drew up my own report. I made an article, short and sweet, but it said what I had to say. And I went back and knocked on the door, and she came out, and she sat and read it. She says, this is very good. You're good at this. I said, well, you know, I have a vested interest here. I want to be good at it. And she says, well, problem is here with COVID and all, we don't have people in here to draw this up and edit it. So what we would do is, you know, send it offline to editors or whatever you want to call them, who can remake the article and send it back to us through the computer. And right now we don't know who and this and that. I said, just sit down and type it up, retype it. And she did that. And I went up to the, that's nice. I went up to the Walgreens with my camera. I took pictures of the whole display from every possible angle, okay? If I could have climbed on the truck and took them from the ceiling, I would have. But they were outdoors. And I developed the pictures at Walgreens and brought them back. And out popped the article. Now, very important, whoever you're talking to at these places, you want to give them, in my instance, I always give them 2 pieces of artwork for themselves, okay? One, I tell them, take the 2 there, and I'll have a few of them, and I'll let them take their pick. I'll say one is for yourself, for your house, and the other is, if this thing goes big, you know, due to their nice article, hopefully, you can maybe sell it later on, okay? And I do believe that helped to encourage some good articles, because I had some good articles. And that's it. Now, the other point I want to make is this. No money changes hands. This is not advertising. You don't have to be afraid that, oh, gee, how much do they want kind of thing. It never comes up, okay? And the other thing, very important, when the article comes out, if the article does come out, and so far they've all come out, okay, get copies of the paper. Now, it's very simple and easy to go into any stationery store and get 3 or 4 copies. But you want really 40 of them, if you can, to keep on hand for the future, because you're probably not really supposed to make copies of these. They own the copyright. But here's what I'm getting at. They put out the paper, let's say on a Wednesday. It's out all weekend into the next Tuesday and all. Come Wednesday, you figure, well, let me procrastinate a little. I'll pick up some now, 5 or 10, and then come next Thursday, I'll go out and get all the leftovers. No, you won't. Come that Wednesday, when they change them out, they're gone. You're not going to find them, okay? You go to the ends of the earth, and I have, okay? I even called them up and asked them, when you collect them, what dumpster you throw them in? And they just laugh in the phone, okay? Well, the point is, get your newspapers. Have them, store them, and then you have something.